Experts in the United States say that Tesla cars are selling out all across the nation. Is this actually true? Or is Tesla suddenly having an enormous rush of sales for their cars? It looks like it is very, very likely based on the fact that if you order today in, well, the major places where Tesla sells the most cars, you can't get a Tesla for about nearly 2 months. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Great to have you with us, guys. I'll be doing a tour of, well, a bit of a small taste of China and some of the amazing cars over there. If you're interested in seeing the stuff in China, the best EVs, send me an email, contact@theelectricviking.com. Now, getting on to the United States, where you guys can't actually buy Chinese cars unless you buy them in Mexico and then drive them across the border. You might be able to do that. Apparently, there has been a surge in sales of Tesla vehicles in the United States, which, to be honest, it's not unexpected considering the EV tax credit will expire at the end of September. YouTube's new algorithm means that you're often not getting all of our videos in your feed. There's 7,500. I'm pretty sure you're probably not seeing a lot of them. In the description, there is a link to our newsletter. Click on that and you can get an update every day of all the latest news in the electric car industry. However, apparently, even though you can't take delivery of Teslas in many states in the US, where there is a couple of months backlog now, you can place an order and you'll still qualify as long as you place the order before the end of September. Now, apparently, Front to Trunk, who is a Tesla fan, has had a look at Tesla's demand in the United States, had a look at the numbers, delivery numbers. He says that apparently there is very low supply of Teslas in Austin, Texas, and in California. So the two places where Tesla has factories, you would think there'd be a lot of supply. But if you look at suburbs within a 200-mile radius of the Gigafactory in Texas and also of California's Gigafactory, it's actually take quite a bit of demand here. Tesla's website says this: there's a limited inventory of Model 3 and Model Y vehicles, and you should take delivery now if you can. Of course, Tesla is pushing for more sales, but one of the promotions they're offering is 0% financing with the purchase or transfer of full self-driving as well, along with the fact that the EV tax credit is going to end soon. There's really 3 reasons why people might want to order now. I think the 0% financing deal is actually pretty good. If you look at Austin, Texas, suburbs around there, you're looking at around 6 weeks to get delivery of a Model 3. Same for the Model Y. Now, if you're looking at places like, say, for example, New Jersey, New York, Miami, it seems like there's still inventory. I'm going to assume that that's the case at this point in time, looking at Tesla's website. But over the next month, I'm going to say probably that inventory stock is going to, I think it's going to sell out. I think it's going to be a rush because this $7,500 discount is, it's something a lot of people don't want to probably don't want to miss out on. So I think that'll bring some purchases forward. If you look at around California, it's approximately a 6-week wait for both Model 3s and Model Ys, not in every suburb, but many of them. So Tesla sales appear to have increased significantly, even though their sales actually in the second quarter of this year were down 13%. Is it possible they were down 13% because of delivery issues with the new Model Y, people waiting for the new Model Y? Could be, very well could be. But, of course, there could be some politics that come into play as well. No one really knows exact percentages, how many of Tesla sales have been cancelled because of politics or whatnot. But either way, Cox Automotive says that there was a surge of sales in July, not just for Teslas, but virtually all electric vehicles in the United States. They said that the market experienced an increase of 26.4% month over month and 19.7% year over year. That contributed to an overall 9.1% market share of EVs. So, Tesla saw the biggest leap in July with 53,816 vehicles sold. Pretty good sales numbers. However, EV sales saw a 23% rise month over month and 40% year over year. That's massive. 40% year over year. If only this would continue. I mean, I really hope it does in the US. Probably not likely, but hey, you never know. What are your thoughts, guys? Let me know what you think in the comments. Bye bye. Tesla sales have actually gone down a bit in both Europe and China, but there's some good and bad. It's not all bad. In Europe, sales have been, hit and miss. France sales were down 27% to 1,307 units. The Netherlands down 62% to 443. Denmark down 52% to 336. Sweden down 86% to 163. That seems to me as though that could be more to do with deliveries in Sweden potentially, because that number seems a bit too extreme. France, though, and the Nordic countries, they're major sales locations for Tesla. So what this means is that this was Tesla's seventh straight decline in sales in those territories. I think that the new Tesla, the 20% cheaper model, or even if it's 10% cheaper, that could be a big win, I think. Data from other regions like Germany and the UK are not in yet, but we do know sales for Spain. Sales increased by 27% to 702. Spain's EV market is going up significantly recently. Norway as well. Tesla sales increased in Norway by 83% to 838. So good numbers for Norway and Spain, but those car markets for Tesla aren't huge. And what that means is that for the first half of the year, the first 6 months of the year, Tesla sales did drop by 33% in Europe. So those are the numbers for Tesla so far in Europe. Tesla China, their sales are down 8.4% year on year, which I think is actually a remarkable result. If you look at the price of Tesla Model Ys in China, they're a lot more expensive than their opposition. They really, really are. Please don't say something like, oh, but the new Xiaomi SU7 is rah, rah, rah. The SU7, it's in a different category. It's a much bigger vehicle than a Model Y. It's literally 5 meters long. So it's one size up. So if you look at it, the Model Y is actually even expensive compared to that vehicle for what you're getting. So to me, these sales figures from Tesla are I'm always shocked to see them. In China, there's hundreds of models to choose from. You're not limited at all. Anyhow, 67,886 sales from Tesla in July. Now, guys, I should point out, I'm not saying you shouldn't buy a Tesla. I think they're great cars. And anyone who buys one, I say, nice car, very nice. I don't criticize them at all. But it's just a surprise to me that when there's so much choice for example, the Xpeng G6, like $9,000 cheaper, I think, in China.